Good morning, everyone. My name is Praveen Solomon, and today I've chose this topic, Jerusalem, the Holy Land, which has I have so many memories with this, and it's very important for me. Well, today I'm going to speak about why I chose this topic, and a brief introduction and a little bit history about the Holy Land and about Israel, and the experiences affected me positively, and the life lessons that I've learned and implemented in my life. And but before I start with that, why I chose this place, I'm going to tell you about Israel. Well, Israel is a Jewish state surrounded by the Arab states. It's a small country lying east of as you see in the map, east of the Mediterranean Sea. Like other countries in the area, Israel endures a very hot climate during the summer months, especially in a low-lying areas such as the surroundings near the Dead Sea. And Jerusalem was proclaimed as the capital city. Jerusalem is right here, as a capital city in 1980. And about the Holy Land, the city Jerusalem is the holy city from viewpoints of three major religions. First one is Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Well, Jerusalem is divided into three sections: the Old City, the Old City, and the New City. That's the West Jerusalem, and the East Jerusalem. Well, the New City was built mostly by the Jews, and as a lot of recent developments. Well, this is one of the buildings which I've clicked a picture when I was touring over there. This is outside the Old City. This is outside the wall, what they believe. The Old City, which they believe as a holy place, and outside the wall, they have latest technology, everything with the recent developments. And the East Jerusalem, just the north of the Old City, is considered as the modern Arab section. It is very close to the Israeli-controlled West Bank, and the walled Old City. In the center contains Muslim, Jewish, Christians, and Armenians quarters. This is one of the map, the Old City. I clicked this picture in Madaba Visiting Center, and this shows. I couldn't find some other pictures where I could have shown you in a proper way, but then this is on a mosaic design, and it shows the walls surrounding and the city in between this. And the next, I'm going to talk about the Jewish Jerusalem. The most sacred shrine for Jews is the Jerusalem, is the Western Wall. It's also known as the Wailing Wall. As you can see, this is the Wailing Wall. People come here, they write letters, they put it in the gaps of the walls. They pray, they stand and pray. I've seen so many people crying, sharing their problems over there. And it's also known as the Wailing Wall. This is the only remaining portion of the original wall of King Solomon's temple, destroyed by the Romans. After the Jews were banished from the Temple Mount, the Western Wall became their most sacred place of worship. Although Israel is quite a new country, Jews have lived in the region for over 3,000 years. For Jews, the city of Jerusalem is a site of their ancient temple and their historical homeland. Well, this is about the place Israel and Jerusalem. Well, I've been to Jerusalem, Jordan, Nazareth, Bethlehem. I've seen the places where Jesus was born. I visited now it's a church. Now they converted that into a church, and they allow people who have a good high profile. And if you want to get married, you really need to have good contacts to get married in that church. Well, when I visited that church, I was lucky enough to see a marriage over there, and they allowed us to stand and witness it. And let me tell you why I chose this topic today. There are two reasons I chose this topic. First is that this trip was my first international trip, and it really changed my life, the way I see after this trip. And The second one is since you all know that India is a diverse country and it has loads of religion and cultures, and when I came across through different cultures and religion through my friends, I visited their holy places in India with different religion, and it made me think, when will I visit my, as I'm a Christian, my holy place in my whole life? And when I visited this place, the most best experience what I've learned from here is from the tourist guide who helped us in Tori. And this guy, he took us all over the places. He knew everything. Since I didn't know what he was, what's his background, he told us so many things. He compared with the Bible. He knew the whole Bible with the text, verses, explaining us when and why this happened. And when I got to know about this guy in the end, when we started talking to him, I got to know that this guy is from Islam. He's from a different religion, but then he knows so much about our religion. And I realized that being religious is not knowing the history or origin of one's own religion, but it's about following and knowing the essence of it and passing it on. Whereas before that was perceived in India, a person with the most knowledge of a religion was known as a holy man, and so what I believe. But this experience completely changed my view, and I started implementing this at my work. That everyone is equal. It's not just the religion which makes you different and to follow the different things. Well, there are a few pictures which I clicked. I didn't post so many pictures. This is a place where Jesus was baptized, River Jordan, and the garden of they call this the most beautiful garden in Israel. This is a map of Jerusalem, where you can see there's a city in here, and we were walking towards the Last Supper room. It's actually in this building, and this is the Church of Peter, and this is the New Jerusalem. This is the outside the wall. Well, I wanted to show you. I had an experience. Even though one more thing, I wanted to show you about the wall and the graveyards outside the wall. It was quite interesting to know about that. The graveyards, which is the closest grave near the wall, they believe that when Jesus will come, he's going to come in Jerusalem, and people will rise up from there. So people started burning their beloved ones near the wall, and the cost of one single grave just next to the wall is in trillions, and it's very expensive to bury someone over there. And I'm sorry I didn't put any pictures regarding that, but I could have shown you that. And this is Mount of Temptation. This is the limit for tourists. You can't go beyond this. It's only for the localites who can go beyond this. And if you want to visit Mount of Temptation, you really need to leave everything. You cannot take any worldly things with you. If you want to go and pray over there or visit that place. This is one of the church. This is the place where Jesus used to pray in the Garden of Gethsemane. And in conclusion, I would like to say, this is one of the greatest experiences in my life, and it's hard for me to describe in words what I've done in my life. And it actually changed the way I perceive life, and it made me better as you see me now. Thank you.